bring one out, the rest of the students out to the stage, please. The rest of the students. Yeah, students, you have to stand up and move back. They went out in the hall. Somebody open them up. Let them over there. The girls over here, let them tell them they're going out. Okay. Come on, boys, let's go. Girls. Okay. Little confusion here. Next piece we're going to play for you is Sound of Angels. It's a parade tune. Saturdays at Parkersburg and Vienna Parade. If you haven't paid attention online and the emails, please check everything out because it's kind of important what's going on. That way, and I can explain a little bit more later. When we get time, I have to kill time here. Here we go. Sound of Angels. Okay, it'll be just a couple minutes when they rearrange some stuff and bring some stuff back on. Flip the middle switch back here on the lights so we can have some house lights out here for a minute. There we go, I can see. Hi, everybody. Nice to see who we're talking to up here. A few things that's happened this year as well. You guys know we went to DC here a couple of weeks ago, and it was a great trip. We had a good time. The parents and kids both had a great time. We got a good report, you know. And a guy that would love for this band to come back to do the parade again whenever we can. So in the future, that's something to look forward to. And we were very well liked at the parade. As the letter that he sent me personally said that everybody liked this band the most during the parade. If you're not familiar with it, the Prairie Run was on Constitution Avenue. And it went down in front of the White House, on down past. And I can't remember, is it 17th we started at? Yeah, 17th. And we come around that corner, and there's a big flag over the top, two ladder trucks, and we come down that street and keep marching down that street. And I was told by several people that we were the only band that you could hear coming around the corner before we got there. And passed through, and they didn't tell us how fast we had to go or slow, but we just kept back out of the exhaust of the truck in front of us. But yeah, we really had a good time. The crowd enjoyed it. But anyway, thank you for letting your kids go. And it's something that you'll remember. And hopefully that the parents will carry through that one with us. Are you guys about ready? You guys still need a couple seconds. Yeah, get rid of the knowledge we don't need. Give us some more room back here. Sorry about no programs this evening. It's been a chaotic week. Last night I got home. We're sitting in the living room. All of a sudden I heard this. Anybody that ever has a well, you know what I'm talking about sound is. It's one of those little bladder things that goes pop. So I had to shut the water off, run to Marietta, get fittings to fix the water line and turn it back on. Luckily my son came home same time I got back from Marietta, and he helped me fix that. So, are we ready yet? The first piece on this half of the portion of the concert, we're going to play Christmas at the Movies. It consists of The Nightmare Before Christmas, Somewhere in My Memory, and Polar Express. played it before several years ago, and it's been a while, so hopefully you haven't heard this one. So here we go. Before we play the last piece of the evening, which is called Metal Bell Carol, and you'll see why it's called that. Oh, I forgot, Sleigh Ride. Sorry. Let me back up. Let's go back to Sleigh Ride. Somehow it got out of order on my stand. Okay, Sleigh Ride. Sorry. Now, let's go back to where I started, before I forgot 1, 2. At this time, we usually take time and recognize some people in this group. Seniors, if you will stand up, please. Larry, raise your hand. I have one more that's upstairs. Okay, you have a seat. Junior, stand up. I want to show you this. Junior, stand up. Raise your hand, concussion if you're a junior. Okay. Have a seat. Sophomore, stand up. Now, this is really cool. Have a seat. Freshman, stand up. So, have a seat. The reason I did that this year is because I want to show you that the middle schools are back on track, trying to get kids back into this after a 4 to 5 year hiatus here, per se, trying to get kids back involved. And that also comes from you all as parents. And you'll hear me many times say, thank you for bringing these kids out to rehearsals, taking them where, here and there, doing whatever they need to do. Make sure they're here at 6 o'clock in the morning to take a 4-hour trip for a 2-hour band competition, and then get back till midnight or whatever, and then come back here. Even on Friday nights, we come back here by 1 o'clock in the morning, have to be back by 7 a.m., 8 a.m., which hasn't been much of that, but over the last 20 years, we've had 5 a.m. show-ups, and being out on the road by 6, getting somewhere and not getting back till 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning. So over the years, it's just the idea that we need you as parents to encourage these kids as much as you can. And these kids need to encourage each other. And because without them, this group wouldn't be here. And I may step on a toe or two here, but I hear all the time that I hate to, because I'm an alumni here. If the band was all boys, blah, 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 this. I hate to tell you guys, if it wasn't for the girls, there would be no band. I'm sorry. Since I've been here, I think there's been 2 or 3 years that we've had, out of 20 years, more guys than girls in the band, and all the rest have been more girls. So if we didn't have girls and, coming in the band, we wouldn't have a band. And those who've been with me over the last several years will understand that. And I know people up in the upstairs that I see that can tell you that's the way it is. So, if anybody that you know that was in the band last year, middle school, and they're not in here this year, please encourage them to get in here, get involved. It is a lot of work in the summer, but now we're in the fun part. Where they don't think it's fun, but I love the concert band season. We sit back and relax and work on pieces for Ravens Festival and get ready for a spring concert. So just please encourage your students. And those that are not in the marching band, that's sitting up on stage, encourage them to do it, because some of them don't do anything other than go home. And they're not in fall sports. Okay? So encourage them. Okay. Let's go on to the last number. Are you guys ready back here? You got cranked up? Okay. Okay. Now, this is called mental. M-E-T-A-L. Band. Hope you guys enjoy it.